Hey guys, welcome to Galaxy Sparkles, where I turn imagination into reality. Thank you for tuning in and giving me a few minutes of your time. Leave a comment below and let me know how my craftsmanship has came along. Also like and share this video. And if you'd like to watch my progression as a one-stop shop, subscribe and let us take the journey together. Galaxy Sparkles. Hey guys, it's Tuesday, December 10th, 2024. I'm not quite sure what type of ring we're going to build today, but we're definitely going to do some sort of creation. I'm going to cut a couple of pieces of copper. I'm going to cut some of this round 1.5 plumbing copper, and I'm also going to take a little off of this solid piece of copper right here, and we're going to do a little manufacturing and creating some sort of mechanism. But in the next few days, I am going to begin practicing making the clasps, the little buckle clasps for like bracelets and necklaces. I really enjoy them. Just the craftsmanship and the quality of them high-end bracelets and necklaces that have them high-end clasps on the end of them. Them are really nice. I don't really care for them lobster clasps. You know, I've had a few necklaces, and in the past they've just been insufficient and just very vulnerable to breaking. So I'm going to learn to create them nice boxed ones and some fancy ones, very durable. So y'all hang out, guys. Let me get this metal cut, and we'll be right back with you. Hang tight, be right back. All right, guys, here's our raw material we're going to begin with today. We're going to start with this 1.5 copper pipe and this, what they call a number 4, some sort of electrical wire, grounding wire of some sort. So let's get this thing annealed, softened up. We'll go get some flatness to it and get in here and do some creating. Y'all hang tight, I'll be right back. All right, guys, I actually took this down to 1 mil because I'm going to use it as a bezel, and we're going to take my 1.5 mil thickness of the 1.5 pipe, and we're actually going to create the ring out of that and use this 1 mil thick wire as a bezel. We're going to make it into like an emerald shape type ring, and maybe put some doohickeys on the side or something, like some little round bezels on the side, or just something to do a little practice with, and just get some practice, guys. That's the main goal here, get some good practice and get them craftsman experience points up, get them craftsman XP points up, guys. That's what it's all about for me. So y'all hang out just a minute and let me get this into a rectangular shape. So here's what I'm talking about right here, guys. See how my corners is, my solder joint's actually going to kind of meet, not quite in the middle, but somewhat in the middle, and it's not going to be on the corner. That's what I've learned by watching some of these guys that are real good at what they do, that you do not want your solder joint on the very corner. You kind of want to go toward the middle of your piece there, and that's what I'm attempting to do at this point. And y'all hang tight a minute. Let me get this thing bent on around, and we'll go from there. Hang tight. Be right back. All right, guys, we kind of got it bent around there and looking real sharp, real fancy, and we're going to take our little jeweler saw and we're going to cut that in half right there, cut this excess off, and hopefully have a very nice clean joint right there. That is the idea. Well, as I was kind of bending it around there, it kind of went over like a fart in church. It just didn't happen. Right there where I did that little saw mark so that I could make this thing real nice and square, it broke on me. So we're going to start over and create us another one. Y'all hang tight. I'll be right back. In fact, I'll be right back. Let me figure out what I'm going to do here. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I've done changed the look of the ring because that piece had broke on me, and I don't know what shape you would call this, but that's what we're going to roll with. All right, guys, I probably took 0.2 mils out of the overall thickness of it. Let's go in here and do a little measuring. I think we're probably going to make around let's go in here and do a little calculation and see what we can come up with. I want to make a size 8 ring. I'm going to do some calculations on the length I need to do. It's a formula I have learned from, I forgot his name, but it is a formula that I've learned by adding anyway, just a little formula I learned. I'm going to see if I can make it accurate today. I'm going to attempt to make this a size 8 ring. So I'm going to go in here and do my calculations, get it cut, and let's see what we come up with. Y'all hang out just a second, guys. I'll be right back. Hang tight. It's not 61.9 at the low spot, so we're about 61.9. I need to do a little filing, square it up. So we are 0.3 millimeters short, so it's going to be probably a little less than 8, size 8 ring, but golly, got to get better at that crap. I use my little snips right here, and it just kind of messed things up. I'm going to use my saw next time and do a little better next time. So, like I said, guys, we're probably going to be about 6.19 by the time 6. Whatever I said, we'll remeasure in a minute. I done forgot. But we're 0.3 millimeters short from what I said, so we're 61.9. So let me get this thing squared up, circle it around. We'll see what size ring it actually came out to be, and we'll go from there, fellas. Y'all hang tight. Be right back. So what I'm going to try to do is actually file this end on a 45. I'm going to flip it, and so that the two meet together, I'm actually going to do the opposite side at a 45-degree angle, so that when the two come around, they join, interlock real nice, and we can just make one little clean solder joint, and hopefully that'll make a nice clean joint. Like I say, we're just practicing craftsmanship today, guys. So like I said, I got a 45-degree-ish file mark on that end, and on the opposite end, so it's on top here and on bottom here, and when the two fold around, they should interlock one another, and we can solder it up, and hopefully that's the way it works out. Let's find out, guys. Y'all hang tight. Get your thumb out of the way, boy. There and beat on your dang thumb. What's wrong with you? Get your damn thumb out the way. Alright, guys, there we are. Nice round circular. Quality like. It ain't all oblong. Get the right tools in, man. Things start happening, boys. That's what I'm talking about. Instead of all that wobbleness I had before I got my mandrel. Just takes a little time to get all prepped and prepared and all that good stuff, but we're starting to get the right tools in now, and hopefully our craftsmanship will begin improving and hopefully advance at a quick time frame. I'd sure love to be doing some silversmith in the very near future, but I'm definitely going to have to get a whole lot better at what I'm doing before that happens, because copper is a lot cheaper than that. So y'all hang tight, boys, and let me get set up and we'll do some soldering. All right, boys, y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I got my little meat protectors on, or my meat protector on, because that charcoal gets so hot, and I need to definitely come up with a better solution. What I'm using is my little wooden mandrel right there with some solder wrapped around it. But the solder is so springy and it's just hard to maneuver. But anyway, we're going to work with it. We ain't whining, we ain't crying. We just going to make what we got work, that's for sure. So here we go, guys. Y'all hang tight. We're going to solder this stuff up and see what we come up with. I know that my joint came out pretty much like I wanted it right there. How the 245 degrees met together. I don't know that that's the best way. I think I may try to butt it up next time, but anyway, it came out fairly nice. We're definitely going to have to do some filing because it's not perfect, but it is what it is. So here we go, guys. We're going to get this stuff soldered up and start doing some sculpting. Oh yeah. Y'all hang tight, I'll be right back. Hey guys, I don't know if y'all can see that, but the center of that ring is dead right on size 8. So even though I was a little short there toward the end, it still came out to be an 8. I did stretch it to an 8. So anyway, we're still an 8, size 8 there, guys. So we still manufactured what we was aiming for at that, as far as the size goes. Now we'll see what happens with the rest of this little unit once we start sculpting and adding some material to it. Let's see what we turn up with. Y'all hang tight and be right back. All right, guys, we're gonna got that thing kind of held in there with a middle-sized clip that I have. I got some smaller clips, and I got a much bigger clip that just a little too big for this particular project, but we do got a clip there holding that together, and we're gonna get this thing tacked on there and see what we can't manipulate here and create. Y'all hang tight, let's go. Where's my tongs? There they are. All right. Next time I'll take that rubber off them tongs so they're not. That ain't too bad. It's pretty square too. Check it out, guys. Hell, we did pretty good on that little part. All right, guys, I'm gonna get this pickled, cleaned up, looking pretty, and it is a little crooked. If I can see it with my naked eye, it ain't perfect, but hey, that ain't bad. We're gonna do a little manipulation here in a little while and kind of build to this, and I don't know what we're gonna make yet, but we'll figure it out as we go, so y'all hang tight. What I have done is stuck another little piece on the inside there, like some sort of secret compartment type little thing. I like little secret compartments. Them are pretty cool. One of these days I'll really figure out how to make a secret compartment, but we're gonna call this the secret compartment ring is what we're gonna call this one. All right, guys, y'all hang tight. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I got my meat protector on, and I finally got that thing squared up there the best I can. The first problem I had was my original piece that I attached to the ring is just a little crooked, and it's causing everything else to be out of campy wampus. So we're gonna do the best we can with what we got here to work with today, and we're gonna practice our craftsmanship as we go. But all in all, so far, I'm pretty happy. We're gonna continue sculpting on this thing and see what we can't come up with. So here we go, guys. All right, I got that tacked on there. Let's quench it and see what we ended up with, guys. Here we go, y'all hang tight. All right, guys, y'all hang tight. Let me figure out what I'm gonna do and be right back. Hang tight. All right, guys, I got this one looking like a teardrop, and I made one that's a little too big, that's close to a teardrop. And then my next one I made was just too small, but it was almost perfectly round. I made another one that was a little bit bigger, and it is perfectly round. I mean, that is so circular. And this one here is just as round, but it's closer to the same diameter as the teardrop side. So that's the one we're going to roll with, because I'm about out of material and I don't want to create some more. So we're just going to sculpt this thing the best we can with what we got here, and it's going to be a little off, but the main thing what I was trying to get to, my point, was how circular. I'm getting better. Each time you get your hands dirty and get your hands on this stuff, you just become a better craftsman each and every time. So like I said, just every time you practice, you just get a little better and a little better. And that's my main focus at this time. So y'all hang tight. Let me get this set up. We'll get it soldered up and see what happens. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I had to get a secondary little clip there to help stabilize the ring because it was wanting to get all kind of acting wild. Wanting to get a little rocky. We can't be having no rock and rolling happening while we're trying to solder this little joint up. So I put that extra clip on there. I know they make them third arms, but they're so expensive versus these little things where I picked them up. These are only like $3 or $4 for, I think I got 8 of them for $3 or $4. Versus them them little, whatever they're called, the third arm things. Maybe in the future, but I don't see nothing wrong with this. Heck, it seems to be working. And I also went from a round, perfectly round, and I kind of teardropped this thing because it kept wanting to roll off of there. So I kind of matched it up similar to the other one. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for me. All right, guys, I got my meat protector on, and here we go. We're fitting to solder it up. It's about ready. Here we go. Oh yeah, it flowed right in there. Woo, baby. Hey. All right. Oh, I didn't get all that plastic off there, did I? I thought that was perfect timing. The battery had went dead just as I was quenching that thing, so that was great timing. But like I was saying, I guess I didn't get all that rubber out of there, and it was kind of starting to smoke, so let's peel that stuff on out of there. I guess there's some rubber on the inside of there that I didn't see, and kind of choked me up. But there it goes. See you later, sayonara, sucker. Here's another one on this side. Man, sure didn't see that on the inside. Alrighty, guys. We won't have to smell the burnt rubber anymore, or plastic, whatever that mess was. All right, fellas, that's what we got right now. I'm gonna quench that thing, make it look a little shinier, and be right back with you. Hang tight. All right, guys, I could stop right here at this time, and I would be more than satisfied with this ring. Once I do get some stones and start stone setting where I can actually make the bezels to the shape of the stone and make it look a little bit better. You know, I know that it's not perfectly uniform and all that stuff, but that's not really the main focus for me at this time. It's just training these hands to work with more delicate, smaller material than I'm used to throughout my career. So that's my main focus at this time. And I do have these leftover pieces. What I was trying to say is I could stop right here and be more satisfied with, and be completely satisfied with this build I've made today. But I do have these additional pieces that we could mold and turn this thing into look like who freaking done it, Jack. But I don't know. What y'all think? We could top that off right there. I don't know what we could do. Make it look any worse or any better. We can definitely make it look worse, I'm sure. Maybe we'll just glue this top one right here on top of him and call it a day. What y'all think? Just make it right there on top and save them other 3 pieces for another project on tomorrow or some other day. I think that's what we may do. Just glue us a little stone right here on top, so, or a makeshift stone, just a fake imaginary stone. We'll call that some, whatever you want to call it. But all right, guys, y'all hang tight a minute. Let me figure out what I want to do here and be right back with you. Hang tight. All right, guys, what I've decided to do is actually take my little piece of plate that I had there, and I'm going to just actually cap the top there. Just cap all 3 pieces, the 2 round or teardrop shape, whatever you want to call it, and the fake emerald stone type thing. I'm actually just going to take that little short piece and cap it and just kind of bring it all together. That's what I'd have decided. Clean it up and see what it looks like when we're done. All right, guys, let's solder it up and see what happens. Here we go. All right, guys, let's get this thing repositioned here. Keep it from falling over on me. Alrighty, let's try again. Alright, let me quench it and start fresh. Y'all hang tight. Alright, guys, we got it all cleaned up, quenched, and set right back in place. I just got that thing too hot and loosened the solder up and tried to re-manipulate it back in shape while I was in the process of fire and all, but it just didn't work out for me. So just not that talented like some of you fellas out there, some of them guys. So here we go. Let's heat it up and try again. Get this thing re-soldered. Drop it in the pickle and I'll be right back. Hang out, guys. Hang out, guys. I'll be right back. See, guys, my solder came in a big round form, and as you twirl it up on something smaller, it's just so springy, and my old meat hoof is so close to the fire and the charcoal, it just gets on fire. And if any of y'all have any suggestions, just leave it in the comment box and give me an idea of what I can do differently to help keep my meat hoof away from the dang fire, because that stuff gets spicy hot, Jack. Let me tell you, it gets spicy hot. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna finish cleaning up. I'll be right back. Hang tight. All right, guys, I got my work area all nice and cleaned back up and floor swept. I like to keep a clean area whenever I'm working, and my desk is so small, I feel cluttered with all my tools around, but I like a nice clean area. But anyway, we're all cleaned back up, and my final thoughts on this thing is right up to the last 2 minutes whenever I was soldering everything up and got it too hot, and actually the thing came loose again on this side, on the opposite side this time, and that's just what we're going to end up with today, guys. I just got to practice continuing soldering and not getting my material so hot that I'm unsoldering. You know, when we get to silver, I know that they make different hard, medium, and soft solders, but for this copper, I will learn to control my heat a whole lot better and all that good stuff. So all in all, today was a good XP day, gaining them experience points, them XP points. And tomorrow we're definitely going to wake up and do better. I mean, that's just the goal every day, is do better in every aspect of life. So this is what we end up with today, guys, and I'm more than dissatisfied. I would have been very satisfied with this ring up to that very last point when that dang thing came loose. But all right, guys, that's my final thoughts on this thing. I'm gonna grade this a D-, almost going to give it a F. In fact, we're just going to leave it at a D-. That's what I graded it, and I'm not going to change it. It's just going to be a D-, and I'm going to let y'all grade. Just leave it in the comments what you think it is as for a beginner. But we're going to give it a D- on my end, and I'm going to go get some sandpaper from the store that goes on my little piece of machinery that I picked up, and we're going to begin gaining some more craftsmanship points by cleaning this stuff up real nice and pretty. And once I begin craftsmanship wise, getting it to a better state, we're going to begin polishing this stuff and making it look real good. But for now, we're a few months away from something like that, because the quality just isn't there quite yet. But guys, y'all stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's take this journey together, guys. All right, and like always, I'm gonna leave you with a big, huge energy ball, full of energy, full of love, full of joy, and full of connectedness. Coming at you. All right, guys, catch that if you can. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks. See you. Bye.